Greetings! Welcome to the Soul Whisp. I'm your storyteller, Carlisle Munson. Today's story is called House Unbuilt. In a fading mill town in upstate New York, where the river ran sluggish and the air smelled of rust, lived a woman named Nora. She worked as a librarian in a squat brick building, its shelves heavy with books no one borrowed anymore. Nora was in her late 40s, her hair streaked with gray, her hands always ink-stained from repairing old spines. She was known for her gentle voice and the way she'd slip handwritten notes into books for patrons, recommending titles they'd never asked for. Years ago, Nora had loved a man named Theo, a carpenter who'd come to the library to fix its sagging shelves. He had a laugh like a low tide, warm and unhurried, and eyes that seemed to see her thoughts before she spoke them. They'd spend evenings on the riverbank, sharing stories of places they'd never been: Paris, Kyoto, a cabin in the Smokies. Theo would sketch their dreams on napkins: a house with a porch swing, a dog curled by a fire. But Theo carried a restlessness, a need to keep moving, and when a job called him to a city 3 states away, he asked Nora to come. She wanted to, but the library, her mother's legacy, her anchor, held her back. They parted with a promise to write, to find a way back to each other. The letters came at first, full of Theo's sketches and Nora's careful words. Then they slowed, then stopped. Life filled the gaps. Nora with her books, Theo with his work. The town forgot their story, and Nora buried it beneath her routines. One winter, a package arrived at the library, no return address. Inside was a small wooden box, carved with a spiral that reminded Nora of Theo's napkin sketches. She opened it to find a single, yellowed letter folded tightly, and a brass key with no note. The letter was in Theo's handwriting, dated 10 years earlier, unsent. It read, "Nora, I keep building things, but none feel like home without you. If you ever find this, know I'm still waiting. The keys for the door we never built." Her breath caught. The key felt warm, heavier than it should. She didn't know how the box had found her, or why now. That night, she walked to the riverbank, the place they'd once sat, the key in her pocket. The water was still, reflecting a sky bruised with clouds. She closed her eyes and listened, not to the river, but to the silence where Theo's laugh used to be. She saw him in fragments, his calloused hands, the way he'd hum off-key, the dreams they'd left unfinished. Nora didn't search for him. She knew he might be gone, married, moved, or simply lost to time. Instead, she kept the key on a chain around her neck, a quiet weight against her heart. She started leaving new notes in the library books, not recommendations, but fragments of their story. The river remembers what we forget. Love is a house unbuilt. Patrons found them, puzzled, but some kept them, as if they held a truth they couldn't name. Nora never spoke of Theo or the key, but on quiet nights she'd sit by the river, the letter tucked in her coat, and feel the ache of a love that hadn't faded, only changed. It wasn't loss, not entirely. It was a presence, carried in the small, deliberate acts of living, in the notes she left for others to find. Thank you for listening to my story. Till next time, may God smile on you and bless you.